Hello, I'd like to introduce Kahoot as one of the 5 web-based technologies I will be talking about in this video series. I selected Kahoot because recently, in my classroom, this has become a valuable resource for me. I find it to be valuable for assessment as well as comprehension. Kahoot is a game-based learning platform, which I think does a great job to reel in the students' attention and get them to show their best effort in their attempts to win the game, as it were. Kahoot is also a collaborative effort from teachers around the world. As you can see here, these are lessons and of all sorts of topics: biology, math, English arts, that have been submitted from teachers around the world, and they've made them available for anybody who joins the site. Another beneficial feature to Kahoot is that it is a great tool for data gathering to help you analyze where your students are succeeding or struggling when you conduct an assessment. As you can see here, this is my Kahoot All About Canada I made for an after-school culture class. We played in teams of 3, and we can see here the average score, total correct answers, total incorrect answers by percentage, and I haven't asked for feedback. But this is a great way for me to check which groups or which students are struggling or not, especially in a larger classroom where I might not be able to personally gather how each group is doing. I think my students have the most to gain from using Kahoot. While the data analysis and gathering part is very useful to me as a teacher, I think the efforts of the students to work together and compete and try their best to get the high scores, as it were, I think this really allows them to reinforce the lessons on themselves, and they do such a great job when we play in the class. So the ISTE standards I've chosen for Kahoot are ISTE E5A and T2D. So I thought E5A was perfect for this technology because it shows the way teachers today can create and adapt their learning environment to really get the best out of each student and accommodate their differences and allow them to shine at their own levels. My secondary standard, T2D, I have chosen this because I love the way Kahoot allows me to give so many different types of quizzes and assessments, and I love the way that using our tablets or handphones, each student can engage personally, and it allows them to gain, and me as well. So, this is one of the Kahoots I've made all about Canada, just to introduce some of my students to Canadian culture. Each week we choose a different English-speaking country during this course, and I've decided to begin our lessons with this kind of assessment to see where each student stands. So, a student will get out their handphone or iPad, and they will be issued a PIN number to log into our room. And once they do, we can begin the quiz. I have just a short quiz here of nine questions. Each question, they have 20 seconds to answer and 4 multiple choices. So you can see in the first question, I've showed a picture of poutine and giving them a few options. Here I've created a question, what is this famous Canadian sport? And I like that it gives you the options to create different kinds of questions as well. I don't have to purely do trivia like I do here in number 6. What is the capital of Canada? But 5, I can show them a picture of this beaver-tailed donut and ask them, what do you think is the name of this snack? The 3rd graders who attend this kind of culture class in the afternoon, they really love this kind of question. Of course, because they're 3rd graders and obsessed with food, but also because it allows them to chuckle to themselves as they go over the possibilities for each answer. So, I would fully endorse Kahoot as a useful and beneficial technology to use in your classroom. It has so many options and there are so many different topics you can address while using it. I think that it's really worth signing up.